Legends! What's up? How the hell are we? Benny was the first one in, mate, on your Benny boy. What's up, Kenny? How are you, dude? Crystal. Long time no see, old Crystal Miller. How have you been, girl? What's been going on? How are you? Justin Kennedy. Oi! Oi! How are you, man? How are you, Justin Kennedy? Good to see you, dude. What's up, OTM? Chino, how are you? What's up, Johogan? I'm not late. I'm right on time. What's up, Blue Line? How are you, dude? I'm right on time. It's 4:15. Bloody knocked off the old building site at 3:15. Came home. Had a little snack. Washed me hands. And now we're here, mate. Good to go. Joshua Unmarked Van versus Brandon Raw Dog Meat Royval. What's up, Mr. C? Good to see you, dude. How are we going to annoy Dougie today? You're not going to annoy me today. I'm unbloody shakeable. Planting and hunting. You've been up to, Crystal. Nice, man. Nice. Sounds great. What have you been hunting? What's up, Alex? Good to see you. Good to see you. Joshua Pookie Van. I bought a bottle of Proper 12. I'm turning into Connor after work. Oh, no. What's happened, OTM? Why are you hitting this depressed phase of life? What's going on, mate? I hope you're okay. We're going to show love. Did you wash your hands properly, though? No, there's still dirt and grit and shit all over them. But I wore gloves all day today. I don't know why, but I was feeling... I didn't have my grip that I usually have, so I wore gloves all day. But anyway, that's neither here nor is it there. How are you, Cheddarhead? T-shirt update, please, Cheddarhead. Have you received it? Tim got a confirmation email that his is in the mail, so I'm wondering what's going on with yours, Cheddarhead. How are you, dude? I'm going to change my name soon to Presidential Mr. McGregor. Have you guys had proper number 12 Irish whiskey? I've had it. I don't mind it at all. And that's the end of the intro song. We chill. Yeah, I've had proper 12 Irish whiskey. I don't mind it at all. I think it's pretty good. What have you done? What have I done? I haven't done anything. I've not done nothing. You haven't received it. Have you received an email? So, like, confirming your purchase, Cheddarhead? What size shirt did Cheddarhead order? I'm not going to divulge that, alright? That's between Cheddarhead and God. Did you lose weight, Thuggy? No, I don't think so. If anything, I'm feeling a little bit thicker today. Can you do an impression of Beanie Dougie getting mad that you're getting grease in the getting mad that you're getting grease in the house? What does that even mean, Ben? There's also riots outside of the mailman. Probably got yeah. I mean, it's America, isn't it? You know. How can you do any business? It's just always bloody riots, mate. Yeah! So what's up, Christian Grey? How are you, dude? Raw Dog about to turn Joshua Van out. I agree. I don't like it, but I agree with Nacho. I don't like this step up for Joshua Van. I think it's too harsh, too soon, too much. Shall we run a poll this early into the stream? Let us run a poll this early into the stream. Royval or Van, everyone's new favorite fighter, the entire MMA community's new favorite fighter. There is, for you gamblers out there, I'm talking to the Cheddarheads, I'm talking to the Nachos, I'm talking to the Timmy when he jumps back in to listen to this back. That's the wrong one. Joshua Van is the favorite against Brandon Royval right now. If you are a gambler of the MMA variety, I'd be battling heavily on Royval right now before those lines start to... Right now, this is the fan. This is the fan line right here. This isn't the way it should be. Brandon Royval should be the favorite. Here. This is free money. I believe this is free money. Like the dirt from the worksite. Oh, the grease, getting in all the grease from the work. Mate, what are you fucking doing, mate? I'm trying to keep this house clean. Ignore the ashtray, mate. I've never seen a riot in my life. I've seen a couple of riots. Skunks and snakes, a couple of raccoons. Leave my chickens alone, you damn skunks and snakes. There you go. I'm a big Raw Dog fan. I can't believe they're feeding Van to the wolves. I know, dude. I don't like it at all. For Van. I'm heading to LAX as a layover tomorrow night. Oh, goddamn. Stay inside the confines of the... airport, mate. Anyone picking Van as rocks in the head, they're just following hype. They're just following height. Royval might get turned up. I don't think he will, man. Percentage of Royval being a Q? Not very high, very low. What do you mean by Q? Do you mean what I think you mean? Dougie, did you see Royval was in a condom commercial? I did not. We do not get American condom commercials here in Australia, and I do not watch regular television, so I don't see commercials. Dougie, I'm at my compound north of San Francisco. When are you stopping by? Depends how quickly the channel grows. We're one sub away from 2,600 subscribers. We're one sub away. I was going to take Marab, Kayla, and Pie for my parlay, but I forgot to place it. God damn it, Kenny, that sucks. I'm putting $100 on Royval. Listen, I don't know how much you can afford to gamble, Justin. $100 to you might be a lot of money. It might be fuck all. You might be rolling around Giuliano Ahente style. Just money coming out of your asshole. Who knows? Gamble responsibly. They haven't put the line up on Bet365 yet. I've been legit checking every single hour. Yeah, if they make Joshua Van the favorite, Nacho, bet hard. Joshua destroyed Bruno. He did, but he also struggled a little bit in the second round. No, Americans don't seem to understand how big America is. LA is a 35-hour drive away from me. Those riots might as well be in another country. You'll be fine then, mate. Do Australians use birth control? Yes, too much. Too much. We are not being able to replace our population fast enough. No, I don't think he is, Chris. Van should be a minus 500 favorite versus Royval. No, he shouldn't. Royval should be the favorite. What condom do you use, Dougie? Look at me, mate. Alright, I'm not out here fucking using condoms, okay? Condoms are for boys, alright? Pull out game 1000. That's what tits are created for. That's why they have 2 bullseyes on them. YouTube rounds up to 2.6. Oh, then we've already made it. I could see Brandon Royval being a Diddy-like individual. I don't think so. Australians don't abort, we just release them into the wild. That's what dingoes are for. Giuliano is gay. Don't be mean to Giuliano. Royval hits like a fucking Holden Commodore traveling at 20 kilometers an hour. And Van gets touched a little bit too much. I agree, Mr. C. Yeah. If you are a gambling person and the line has dropped, go nuts. There were some riots in San Francisco too. Van is getting submitted. Yes, Van might get submitted. Yes. Raw Dog would have had Bruno out of there and around. Exactly, mate. Oh, Dougie No Chill says he wants to collab with you. No Chill. No Chill said No Chill X Dougie stream. So did he? I never agreed to that. I like No Chill a lot, but I don't really do collabs. Have you noticed? The next collab I'm going to do is going to be with Fight Night with Frankie at some point. Don't you? All right, Nacho, don't we into this, okay? Maybe there should definitely be a line in the sand for this kind of conversation, Nacho. Yeah, it's all over California. What's that? Herpes or the riots? What do you mean? Too much info? You asked, chat. Amanda knocking Kayla out. O'Malley got destroyed. O'Malley did get destroyed. O'Malley got embarrassed. He changed his entire life. And if anything, it went worse this time around. Yeah, I agree. Apparently, Giuliano bet No Chill $7,000 and now he lost and won't pay. I don't believe you. Yeah, No Chill wants to do a collab with you soon. Okay. Did you think about Alexa Grasso's feet today? I did not think about Alexa Grasso's feet today. What is up, GTT? How are you, dude? Good to see you, man. Me and Kenny were asking. Okay, cool. My father had to round to that. He pulled out my My father had to round to that. He pulled out my childhood. All right, Crystal Mill. I'm sorry to hear about your dad issues. People need to start spamming the UFC about cancelling Fight Pass. They're already nervous. They won't let me. People need to start spamming UFC about cancelling Fight Pass. They're already nervous. They wouldn't let me, even after I hit them with hate speech. They will do anything for John the Great Black Hope. You mean we need to start getting the UFC shook by all cancelling our Fight Passes collectively? Not a bad idea, GTT, especially since I know the websites to get the free replays. No Chill said he was very clear he would want to do it. I'd want to do it too, but I don't really do collabs. But yeah, I'd be happy to do it. Van opened at a plus 135 and got hammered. Can you do an impression of Beanie Dougie getting employed to single-handedly repopulate Australia? Fucking hell, it's a tough job, but someone's got to do it. Oi, regular Dougie, since you like working so much, go get us a couple of fucking Gatorades, cunt. Riots and herpes. Sounds like California to me, mate. I don't know why people are acting like Van just destroyed Cap or something. Neither do I, Justin. The fans have really gotten into the betting line here. Dip Alexa Grasso's toes in milk and feed me. Truly degenerate. What's up, Wixon? Good to see you, dude. I just paid $700 for a lifetime Fight Pass membership. No, you didn't, Nacho. Not a bad deal, though. You know what I mean? At $14 a month. I know I'm going to be an MMA fan for life. Actually, not a bad idea. Free replay link, brother. Free replay link, brother. There you go, Blue Line. You know what's up, mate. You know what's up, brother. You know, you messaged me on the Discord. You know what's up. UFC watch-along commentary is the collab that we want. No, never going to do a UFC watch-along. No, never. What's up, Val? Good to see you. Wishing you a blessed night. How am I? I'm doing better than I deserve to be doing in life, I guess. So that's, you know... I'm alive, and you're alive, and we're alive, and we're here, and we're watching MMA, and it's a great time. Oh my god, I'm Kevin Hart, Royal Kingdom ad gonna make me off. Okay, feral Florida man. Oh my god, I'm Kevin Hart, Royal Kingdom ad is gonna make me just absolutely. Okay, alright, just calm down, mate. Not a regular stream. This is a Gilliano refused to pay No Chill. The 7K goes in. We want Dougie No Chill on the commentator desk. I'm never gonna do a collab stream unless it's in person at a pub. Dougie's new method is printing stacks. Free replays. Gimme. Crystal, hit me up in the Discord. You have my Discord. Message me. You know what's up. You're in the Discord. Message me. Would you rather get fully diddled... Here we go. Would you rather get fully diddled by John Jones once or sniff a sticky Bilal fart directly into the face once a day? I'd rather sniff a Bilal fart than ever be diddled by John Jones. The fact you even thought about that means you're cooked. Yep, absolutely true. True. All right, is there any other news? I've been locked into the MMA. I've been locked in fucking working all day, so I haven't been able to check. Big changes to the men's pound-for-pound list. Let's have a look at the bloody men's pound-for-pound list, boys, before the stream gets crazy. Islam Makhachev is number 1. Merab is number 2. How is Merab number 2? We talked about this yesterday when I brought up my own pound-for-pound rankings. I don't think beating Sean O'Malley again did anything for his legacy. I really don't. I don't think a second win over Sean O'Malley changes his legacy at all. Ilya Topuria, number 4. Dricus du Plessis, number 5. Ankalaev, 6. Volk is 7th. Jack Della Matta is 8th. Pereira is 9th. He should be way lower. How is Pereira above Pantoja and Aspinall? How is Pereira above Pantoja? He's cleared out his division twice. Twice. It doesn't make any sense. The UFC is retarded. God fucking damn. Let me catch up on some chats. Unbelievable, mate. Oh, let me end that. All right, cool. Let me catch up. Let me punch through some chats here, guys. How are we, guys? Free the nip? Never. The fact that cooked. I know Chris was pretty upset. There's a trend going on that a champ loses his belt and then he gets subbed the next fight. Okay, Leon, Starbiter, O'Malley, Bilal will get Vlon choked by Rachmanov. I don't think so, Val. Who's Leon fighting next? Maybe Usman. Who knows? Maybe. Ain't no party like a Dougie party. Damn right, Big Wick. Which brother are you supporting at UFC Atlanta? I'm going with Buckley, brother. That's the brother I'm going with. Give me a few. No worries, Crystal. This is count as Kenny's old. I'm just saying this for now. Fair enough. Merab is the GOAT. Merab is not the GOAT. Merab at number 2 makes sense. No, it doesn't. Makhachev, Topuria, Volk, du Plessis, Merab. Pereira above Pantoja. The disrespect. He worked so hard to be in the top 5 pound for pound. He worked so hard for this. That win was a great win against O'Malley. Still, he crushed O'Malley. He crushed O'Malley, but I don't think it added too much more to his legacy. Merab on activity. I mean, Pantoja is activity. Pantoja has cleared out his division. And O'Malley was off all social media and stem cells in his dick and no weed. Well, that doesn't make you the number 2 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Aspinall at number 11 is fucking disgusting. They are purposefully killing his legacy. I agree. Feral Florida man. We stayed above Pantoja and Aspinall. I hate that. I hate seeing Alex Pereira at number 9 above Pantoja. That really pisses me off. Merab just deleted O'Malley. He did. Can you do an impression of Beanie Dougie and Stoner Pantoja getting O'Malley to smoke weed and goon again? Come on, mate. It didn't fucking work. Go on. We worked so hard to get you this. Go on, jerk it. Pantoja is at bare minimum top 5. Yeah, Pantoja has to be in the top 5. Pantoja absolutely has to be in the top. The disrespect of Pantoja being number 10. I'm shocked they allowed Armin on the list. Me too. Not the Ambro. To be fair, they fucking hate Armin. I have a deep, deep hatred for Dana White. Join the queue, feral Florida man. Don't we all? The YN versus the Unk at Atlanta. Yes, Kenny, the YN versus the Unk at Atlanta. True. Can Barty's knees even make it to Atlanta? Probably not, Big Wick. Bro, Merab has domesticated Aljo. What do you even mean by that, Zesty Drickus? Did you see Ariel go on a 25-minute rant about John Jones and the UFC? I didn't, Super Shotgun. I'll listen to it tonight. How are you, brother? Good to see you, man. Imagine being number 3 pound for pound and being scared of the number 11 pound for pound. John Jones should not be the number 3 ranked pound for pound fighter in the world. It's insane. It's insane, man. Merab deleted the legacy of O'Malley and domesticated Aljo as his neighbor buddy. Domesticated Aljo. Can you stop saying that? Murat beat O'Malley. He did. But does that really make his legacy that much bigger? Really? Really, man? Does it really make it that much bigger? Please pay for Usman to get KO'd so Buckley can head his charity events. Nux for cucks. Fucking hell, boys. As soon as O'Malley got home, he got high as fuck. 100% got high as fuck and just cranked it all over the floor. Aspinall would have been the GOAT by now. He would. And the number 1 pound for pound is afraid of the number 4 pound for pound. No, he's not, Florida man. Wipe my Tom Jaspinall. Okay, Crystal Miller. Don't need to fucking be flirting. So we're hating Pereira. I don't hate Pereira, but he doesn't deserve to be above fucking Alexandre Pantoja, who has cleared out his division twice. This is the last chance for Marty, fake newsman. It is, Super Shotgun. You're absolutely correct, mate. Pantoja is ridiculously disrespected. He should be top 6. I completely agree with you, Spectronometus. It's fucking insane. Tapuria shouldn't be top 5. No, Tapuria can be top 5. Tapuria definitely shouldn't be top 3. Not top 3, no. Merab got Aljo, his buddy now. Aljo ain't gonna fight Merab. Dougie, would you rather goon with O'Malley or go on a jog with Merab? I would rather go on a jog with Merab than sit next to O'Malley gooning. I'd put Pantoja above Drickus and Big Ank easily. Me too, dude. Pantoja is disrespected. Jones shouldn't be on the list. I agree, Florida man. O'Malley is the new Whittaker of bantamweight. I don't know if O'Malley's as good as Whittaker ever was. I mean, O'Malley kind of got lucky with Aljo. Had a close loss to Yarn. I don't think he is a Whittaker or a Holloway. No, I don't think he is. It's about your recent accomplishments over the past year and some change. Again, Pantoja has fought plenty of times over the last year and destroyed the Ryzen champ. Wickson Dougie is a Alex Pereira hater. Dougie's been an Alex Pereira hater for a minute. I don't hate Alex Pereira. Tapuria has only beaten 2 former champs, and with the circumstances, he ain't that big for pound for pound. Tapuria has only beaten 2 former champs, and with good circumstances, that ain't very big for pound for pound. Yeah, it's weird with Tapuria, isn't it? John Jones is number 1 on the penis for penis list. Very good, Mr. C. Very good. Islam, Pantoja, Merab, Drickus, Tapuria, Volk for Islam, Pantoja, Merab, Drickus, Tapuria / Volk. Yeah, I like that one. I think you have to have Tapuria ahead of Volk, right, Alex? Aljo and Merab have been boys forever. I know, I don't get the domesticated. Crazy how Batista is the hardest challenge Merab will have. That's it. Get on board the Batista train, boys. It's time to buy Batista's stock, isn't it? Where am I? I've lost my place. I've bloody lost my place, mate. I don't know where I am. Here I am. Is there a population of wild Aljos? Alright, Justin Kenny. No. YN versus Unk is a legendary matchup. I'm most hyped for this matchup in the history of Thank you, Joe Hogan. Appreciate that one, mate. Thank you very much, dude. Cheeto not being on the pound for pound list is a sinister crime. Cheeto shouldn't be on the pound for pound list. Woeful. Tighten it up, brother. Islam is a roid cheat. Duck the same as John Jones. They're all roid cheats at the top of the pound for pound list. What's up, Larry? Good to see you, dude. Merab is the GOAT of bantamweight and a top 15 fighter of all time. I've got the GOAT list backed up and ready to go. I'm going to talk to you guys about where we put Merab on the GOAT list. YN versus Unk is another solid lock. YN. Can we just start saying Buckley versus Usman? Must we refer to the entire fight as YN versus Unk? How about that Catfoot and Van versus Royval booking? Who you got? Larry, I have got Brandon Royval, and currently Joshua Van is the favorite by like $2.70, which is fucking crazy odds, mate. Alex was ranked in 2 classes and was champion in both. He deserves to be high in the pound for pound. I get that, Ben, but I'm saying Pantoja at number 10, while a non-champion is ahead of him, is crazy to me. I agree, everyone has to have a old whack take, though. Merab would be down to go for a run and then goon with O'Malley in the jacuzzi. Merab would be down for a bit of jacuzzi gooning. What's good, you zesty boy? At least Dougie looks like Temu Tate. To make up for it. I do like a Temu version of Tristan Tate. This is true. I didn't see Whittaker defending his belt. Whittaker did defend his belt, actually. Whittaker did defend his belt against Yoel Romero. What are your thoughts on Juliana Pena demanding another privileged title shot? Juliana Pena is a disgrace to MMA. She should be kicked out of the sport. She should be fired straight away. I won't lose my place, Crystal. Thank you. The disrespect, man. People forget O'Malley quit weed. I know, it should have changed everything. All Islam has to say is, who checked Usada guy? And all these Muslim fanboys will believe that he didn't actually pop. Yeah, no, they actually all popped. It is what it is. Can you do an impression of Zesty Dougie westering Merab and that Merab kisses him? Oh, get over here, Matt. No, it's Zesty Dougie. G'day, possums. Come on, Merab. Let's do some wrestling practice. Show me some of those Sean O'Malley kisses. Merab's children will be American Chads. Maybe. Depends who he breeds with. I mean, Merab okay. All right, Zesty Drickus. Merab... Okay, guys. Can we stop using the term domesticated for fucking Aljamain Sterling, please? The UFC should have a most exciting fighter list instead of this bullshit. We will make a most exciting fighter list, Mr. C. That's a fucking great idea. We'll do a top 15 most exciting fighters list. I like that one, dude. That's a good list to do for a live stream. As long as he doesn't let them end up like O'Malley. True. Dougie, you forgot 2 of the worst champs of all time. Nico Montano and Dave Monet. They were worse than Bisping. You know what, Shotgun? They're so fucking bad. I've literally never heard of Dave Monet. Nico Montano is absolutely ringing a bell, but no face or fights are coming to me. But I know Nico Montano peripherally. Buckley versus EPO Marty. True. O'Malley and Aljo should fight again. O'Malley and Yarn should fight again. CM Punk can beat Aljo. He just has to knee him in the head softly and Aljo would cry. Very true, OTMO Tuna. Would you rather have a cookout with Volk or go surfing with blessed Max Holloway? Cookout with Volk. I love barbecues with the boys. There's nothing I love more than a fucking sunny Sunday, about 90 degrees Fahrenheit, barbecues, beers, UFC pay-per-view is on in the background, bit of beer pong going on, you know. I love it. I love it. The girls are around, they're chatting around, having a great time. A fucking Sunday barbecue with pay-per-views on, bit of beer pong, hanging with the boys, bit of music, bit of Aussie hip-hop going on. Oh, refuels the soul, I tell you what. Pantoja isn't even champ. Kai is. He will defend for the third title by KOing the boring fake champ. Having said that, he is definitely above Poetan. Good to see you, Tim. How are you, dude? Pantoja is the champ. Steve Urseg lost that fight. All right, Christian Grey, thank you. They do be wild in the streets, though. Usman is going to take Buckley to school and give him $5 for lunch money. No, Nacho, old man Usman might die in the cage. Merab needs to rule his children with an iron fist and raise some Joe Pifers and Mark Hunts. I agree, Joe Hogan. What's up, Tim? Good to see you, dude. Royval is going to finesse Savan like Makachev Moicano. I completely agree. I think this is way too much. Way too much. And 2 days after the fans got tricked into thinking Patchy Mick was a real fighter because he beat a bunch of nobodies, we're doing the exact same thing for Joshua Van. Like, I like Joshua Van. He's a fucking great prospect. But he's a prospect. He ain't beaten Brandon Royval on 3 weeks fucking notice. Wake up, MMA community. Bet on Brandon Royval now. Fuckley versus Juiceman. True, Kenny. Royval is currently a slight favorite at 138, and Van is $2. Do you guys think Royval will become a heavier favorite, or will it shift to Van? So, Larry, I just brought up a tweet that showed that it was Joshua Van that was the favorite. I've lost that tweet now, but that's what we started the stream off by looking at. I'm going on Mighty Juiceman's podcast and going to start calling the fight. No, you are not, Zesty Drickers. Then why? Yes, they are. They are wilding. Can you do an impression of Joe Piper complaining about the waitress that there's not enough salt in his steak? Not right now, Benny. I've got too many to catch up on. Sorry, brother. Protesting about getting sent back to the country that they say is so amazing while waving a flag. Imagine being not in America, feral Florida man. Imagine being someone that lives outside of America watching this situation. It's fucking hilarious watching a bunch of Mexicans protesting about how proud they are to be Mexican and not wanting to get sent back to Mexico. The entire world is pissing itself laughing. You watch your mouth, Mia Nacho's wife, Juliana Pena, worst human being to ever touch a belt. What would it take for you to stop watching the UFC? Sincere question. This great hope stuff with John Jones might be it for me. I can't bet without it. Bet on a political correct fighter. I don't know, dude. I mean, I loved Star Wars. You know, I have some old comic books as well. Like, I loved Star Wars and comic books, and I don't follow any of that shit anymore. So it doesn't take much to lose, like, fan loyalty. Yeah, it doesn't take much at all. You know, especially with how good BKFC is and how good Muay Thai One Championship is. Like, I could just pivot this channel real easy and just start making it a combat sports channel and do different news articles about BKFC and One Championship. Yeah, it wouldn't take much, to be honest. You know, we're on a precipice this year. They should clear those cartel members out of LA. They should. They said a bunch of Marines. Good. They should shoot them. Wait, where are you seeing Van as the favorite? What do you mean he was the favorite by $2.70? $2.70 is the underdog pro. I'll look for it, mate. I'll look for it. I got to read these chats. Larry, when the chat slows down a little bit, remind me to circle back. I'm picturing Marab chasing Aljo with a comically large net. Aljo, come here, you have to be man. Get in my net, man. Tell you, what are thoughts on all immigrants being terrorists? No, they're not all terrorists, but they're criminals. By the fact that they are illegally immigrating into your country. They are criminals. They are breaking into your border. Learning that cartel stuff ain't going to work here. Yep. I love how Ian Gary can say racist shit to Buckley and no one cares because he's Irish. And if Americans said Buckley can't speak English, people would cancel them. What? I don't think... Is that what Ian Gary said? That is funny. Where am I at? Imagine defending migrants burning down your city to the point you got to get smoked by Marines for it. Yeah, I bet it's the left. The left are retarded. Like, if the left can't think. They don't think. They can't think. The left are retarded. As a woman, I bake my own bread. Based. Crystal Miller. Insanely based. Agreed. Bisping shits in them. There you go. I'm an illegal migrant in America. Well, Ben, keep that quiet. You know, don't be posting that on online forums. At least it's a wake-up call to citizens. That's what inevitably brings in. Nico Montano got mobbed by Pena. All right. Fahrenheit, what fucking country are we in? There's mostly American viewers in here, Tim, so I like to convert for them. First time I've seen Kenny serious. That's how you know America has a problem. Yes, if you're making Kenny serious, America has a problem. You know what South Park song... okay, all right. How long until O'Malley Cope starts coming out on his podcast? I give it a couple of weeks. A couple of weeks is generous, Super Shotgun. I was thinking later this week, maybe Monday. Time to roll around again. Thoughts on 17% of your fan base being single Indian men from the ages of 18 to 25 in the Mumbai region. G'day, India. How are you guys going? Learn to produce a single MMA fighter. You'll get there one day. Keep trying. I think I don't have a problem with Indians. I don't have a problem with anyone, to be honest. I couldn't give a fuck. Short, stocky men are the problem right now. Pantoja, Marab, Taporia, JDM, even Islam is not that tall. DDP is mid-height, but girthy for middleweight and Volk. Cayman, I was talking... I think you were here for yesterday's stream. Short-stanced boxing might be the new meta. So if Umar walked up to O'Malley in a parking lot and put his hands on him, you're favoring Sean. If Umar walked up to O'Malley in a parking lot and put hands on him, I'd be favoring Umar, actually, Val. Can you do an impression of Piper telling Holland that the M14 is the best gun? You know, that M14, it's the best gun. Best gun there. No, 4570. It's the 45. Now I'm pissed off. I'd be very surprised if Van wins. He's another fighter who beat up Pantoja, Royval. I'll be very surprised if Joshua Van wins. Me too, Tim. Me too. Can we start calling Manel Cap a pullout merchant? Yes. Yes, we can. BKFC stream when? Whenever I have time for it, Zesty Drickus. Viva Mexico! Now let's get the fuck out of here, Holmes. Yeah, I know, dude. Have you seen Usman Nurmagomedov isn't fighting Paul Hughes next? He is fighting the winner of 2 PFL bums instead of Paul Hughes after Hughes already chimmed somebody. They're ducking the fight. He's ducking the fight because of how close the first one was. Yes, that's what's happening. Yes, Nurmagomedov is ducking the fight. Yes, you are right, Florida man. Okay, guys, this is an MMA stream, okay? It's an MMA stream. I get it. It's an MMA stream. I get it. PFL are the dumbest promotion of all time. Yeah, I don't believe they'll be around in 5 years, Super Shotgun. Dougie's switch up on Pena is sickening. It's not a switch up. I never believed, mate. The rematch is a layup for them. For who? Wasn't the first fight with Paul Hughes pretty close? Val, not even against an underrated Dougie without a ref. Yep. Okay, yeah, no, I mean, Florida man, I don't disagree with you. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Joshua Van, 50-45's Pantoja. No, Cheddarhead. More about John. What's the news? The news is he told Dana White behind the scenes in November after the Stipe fight that he would be down to fight Tom Aspinall. And then he came back to Dana White and said, only if you give me $30. And then he came back and said, only if you give me 6 months to get ready. And the UFC have said yes every single time. And now John Jones is sort of just running around laughing because he doesn't know what to do. He's been backed into taking the fight and he's trying to do everything he can to not fight Tom Aspinall. John Jones is the biggest duck in MMA history. If you're a John Jones fan, you are Yeah, you are barking up the wrong tree. More about John. What's the news? Would you rather eat all your meals using Alexa Grasso's feature? Okay, all right. Thank you, Yorg. Yes, it is. You're absolutely right, Florida man. This is an MMA stream, guys. It's an MMA stream, okay? It's an MMA stream. He's fighting the winner of Movsar Booney versus Andrew Colgan instead of Paul Hughes. PFL is a joke. PFL is a fucking joke, dude. It's the super fight to make. Like Francis Ngannou versus some heavyweight. Chris Cyborg versus who gives a fuck. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Paul Hughes. Put it on one card. One super card on September where the UFC doesn't have a pay-per-view. Make money. This isn't fucking hard, PFL. It's really not fucking hard, PFL. Yep, MMA. MMA is the escape. This is an MMA. Ian Gary gets away because he acts like a new age liberal, so it's confusing to the audience. Well, no one's more racist than the liberals, you know what I mean? Like, the liberals literally write into their laws. Like, right, they have, like, DEI is racism. O'Malley doesn't have a podcast anymore, doesn't he? Andrew Joblé, sir. Andrew Joblé. JDM is not short. Come on, mate. Yep. I get you. Yep. Dougie did not redeem, sir. I don't mind. JDM is short, says 5'11", but I think he's more like 5'9", similar to Blood. But 5'9" isn't short, guys. I mean, come on, let's be real. Like, there's some men tower at 5'9", you know what I mean? 5'9" isn't exactly short. I live in the beautiful Idaho countryside. Never have to deal with the types of people out here. We're always prepared around these parts. Yeah, brother. Tim Welch hits Umar with that can of THC. We got a delicious can of THC here. Just gives you a nice cool high. Not too much on the edge there. You just notice it and get into a real nice, relaxing. Dougie, thoughts on the quality of country? Okay, all right, Zesty Drickus. All right. I mean, PFL, it's easy business. I agree, Super Shotgun. It's very easy business. The PFL are just dropping the ball. We're never getting a BKFC. You will absolutely get a BKFC, and I enjoy BKFC. Did you guys watch BKFC this weekend? I kept telling you guys BKFC was on Saturday night. I went for a run through the forest instead. Did you guys watch BKFC? Did you watch it? Florida used to be the best place in America. It's cooked now. Okay. I just got my life-size... Okay. I'm surprised Pena tapped with that chin. Well, I mean, the choke wasn't on her chin. It was a Kimura or Timo. She was going to get her arm ripped off. My parents got a... Where am I at? My parents got a beachside property in Florida decades ago for cheap. Now it's worth so much. On ya, Florida, man. 30 smackaroos for a title defense, kid. Take it or leave it. True. Answer my question. No, Yog. Even Dougie knows how it works. Yep. I found out what you were talking about. I'm 90% sure it was just a mistake from them changing the name of Royval's opponent before uploading the odds because cap was around $2.60 price. And it says that with the odds on Bet Online, as of now, Royval is the -32 favorite on Bet Online. Okay, that sounds good. All right, good. I mean, Royval should be the favorite, so I'm happy to hear that, Larry. Yeah, Royval absolutely should be the favorite. Yes, I agree, Zesty Drickers. To be fair, Charles Johnson is very hard to beat in a pure striking match. Only the future flyweight GOAT, Ramzan Tesmirov, could outclass the guy over a dominant 29-28. I don't know if you're being facetious here, Toad. I mean, Charles Johnson is hard to beat in a striking match. Charles Johnson's really fucking good, dude. He is. I'd love to go to Florida and visit Florida if I can, guys. I would love to go and visit Florida. It seems like my kind of place. Florida's amazing places. Yeah, I'd love to go to Florida. I did not watch BKFC. I watched it. I'm lying. I didn't watch any of it. You guys should have watched it. I'm going to watch it back. I've not watched it yet. I know I'm going to watch the replay, right? Hopefully some people managed to beat Royval before they fix it. Hopefully some people managed to bet Royval before they fixed it. Yeah, that's what I was hoping. Like that was the first thing I saw. You know, I saw the tweet and I was like, this is the first thing. I got to open with this. I got to tell the boys this because I know you guys like to gamble. And when I saw that Royval was the favorite, I was just like, fucking go. Like, when I saw that Joshua Van was the favorite, I was like, boys, go now. Bet now. Sadly, I missed the BKFC this weekend. I didn't even know it was on. I was promoting the BKFC this weekend for you guys. They might just cancel the bets, though. People did, but hopefully not. Yep. Bo's like 3 minutes behind in chat. That's all right. I'm going to catch up because I'm not reading all of them. I'm not reading political stuff, and I'm not reading gay stuff. You never experienced freedom offshore. Yep. People only watch BKFC when the Dark Lord is featured, but it's always good. I was busy watching Fabio Widley versus Justin Heaney at Ipswich. What amazing last minute KO. Big news too. Yes, Shotgun, I have no idea. Was that boxing? Dougstar, we love getting shitty NFL players knocked out in the UFC. Which NRL player would you put in there against Khalil Roundtree? Oh, damn, dude. I don't watch NRL or AFL. I don't watch them, dude. I'm not interested in Australian sports. I can't handle Australian sports commentary. It's just so hard to listen to. Can you do an impression of Pfeiffer working in the salt mine? You call this salty? This ain't nothing. Fabio Wadley has got that serious power, does he? Nazim Saidakov is the welterweight dark horse. Yes, true. Florida is the most Australian-like of the USA. Yeah, I'd love to go to Florida and Texas. Yeah, just avoid the cities in Florida. No, I'm going to get a van in America and just cruise around. Kyung Kiat. All right. Although I'm Myanmar citizen, as Van, I reckon Van is going to lose because he is too early to challenge the kind of guy, after my opinion. Kyung Kang, I completely agree, dude. Kyung Kiat, I completely agree, dude. Joshua Van is just being pushed too quickly. I respect him for taking the fight, and it's not going to hurt his title aspirations too much because the kid's young, so he'll be all right. But yeah, brother, he's not going to win it. Thoughts on Dana having a bruise on the back of his throat from John Jones and Turkshire Lee, Justin Kenny. Yeah, no, Chris, not doing both. Can you answer my question? It's important. No, it wasn't, Yog. It was about Alexa Grasso's feet. Fabio Wardley is the British Deontay Wilder. Should I go to YouTube and check out some of his stuff? Doug, take your shirt off. No. You're talking about 4 cities. I'm talking about geographic state. Most beautiful. Yep. Chin Zong Ung, cheering for Myanmar. Go for it, AMR. Dougie, update your YouTube so we can get that leaderboard thing they added. Dougie, update your YouTube so we can get the leaderboard thing. Oh, the crowns thing? Yeah, I don't know how that works. I think YouTube are just doing it on some accounts to test it out. Hit the like button. It says it's going to be your... Hit the like button, guys. Smack it like it's your girlfriend's ass. Is there an update on Ben Askren? Not that I've seen yet. Super shotgun. Royval should be a lot shorter than that. He's way better at long range and will knee the fuck out of Van mid-range. Yeah, also Van scrambles on the ground to getting better, but Royval's damn good with it too, man. I like rugby, but AFL is better looking, guys.
Why are you gay? You are gay.
AFL is better looking, guys. Oh, God. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up and read the MMA stuff. John Jones is Dana White's personal throat stretcher. True. Nazim Siddiqov and Oban Elliott will be the top of the division in 2 years. I said it first. You reckon Oban's got the legs? You reckon Oban can do it? I love smoking weed. Good for you, Toad. Ramazan is just Van 10 times the testosterone. Doesn't have the hype yet because they locked him up at the Apex. But people will find out July 26th when he flatlines Asu Amabayev, I'm guessing, without the eye pokes. Yeah, if he can make it look cleaner than how Manel Cap did, that's fucking going to help his legacy a lot. Ohio. Dougie, I've been not gay the last few straight. You've been pretty good, Zesty Drickets. Have you seen Yair is shamelessly ducking Diego Lopez? What a pissy. He's always done this. Yeah, so Diego Lopez dropped news, guys, that Yair Rodriguez was offered the fight, and Yair Rodriguez just said no. Like, he's not taking the fight at all. Why are we giving this dude... He's turned into the featherweight Cyril Gane. Fuck him, man. Charles Oliveira's going to sleep. I agree, Miguel. Did the same with Zabit. Went into hiding for like a year and got cut. Yeah, dude, I'm like, fuck Yair Rodriguez, man. Fuck Yair Rodriguez. I talk about MMA stuff every time too. No, not every time, Zesty Drickets. It's about 50-50. Nazim is a generational fraud fluke merchant. Honestly impressive. He's still getting away with an undefeated UFC record. I'm going to have to go back and watch Nazim's fights a little bit closer to get that one, Toad. I'm going to have to get that. Like, I get Nazim, but a generational fraud streak. Dougie, too long don't read. Idaho and Florida are in a war in the comments section. I can tell Florida, man. Totally agree, mate. Don't like it. Reggie gets wiped and destroys him. Real prospect. Yep. They're doing riding in San Francisco tonight. I can see that. What? That was the best drunk to text translation you've ever done. You're welcome, Crystal, and you did well, mate. You did well, mate. I can get you. MMA Joey said Mario would take Marab out. That's too early to call from MMA Joey. That's way too early to call. But I think Mario Batista is the next real challenge to Merab Dvalishvili in like 2 or 3 fights' time. Imagine, chat, your John Jones and the like button is a hairy Russian man-whore. Tap it. That's it, boys. Your John Jones and the like button is a hairy Russian's asshole. Just tap it. Royval will clip Van with the hand, sit him down, and cinch up a choke. Classic club and sub. Van will be better because of the loss. That's what I think, Nacho. That's exactly what I'm picturing. I really respect Van jumping up and taking the fight at 23. I think it's amazing to have a fight at 23 years old in the top 5, is Royval? Top 5? Top 7 at least. I think this is going to be great for his career, but he's not going to win the fight, dude. Yair is injured. Yair is a pussy. His vagina hurts. Shout out Weed, Touts, Toad. Speaking of Toad, Dougie, you're a frog. I'm not a frog. Yeah, chat also, like, I can't find anywhere on Gen Z talk about why I'm a frog. I have no idea why you guys call me a frog. I don't get the meme at all. Mobzar Pico isn't official. It's not official. But it's probably still going to be Yair versus Volk, yeah. Yair is on roids right now? Probably. Let's see your pound for pound list. My pound for pound list. Let me catch up a little bit, Chet ahead. I'm getting there. I'm catching up. Have you seen Yair updated a post on his social? Straight up said he will only fight Diego in the street, but not in the cage. He's a fucking pussy. He's a fucking pussy. Yair Rodriguez is a fucking pussy, and that kind of energy does not deserve to be... That kind of energy does not deserve to be rewarded with a title shot. What about Gaethje saying he's going to retire if he doesn't get a title shot? Fuck him then. Good, go. You're on a 1-fight win streak. You're against Fiziev. Good, Gaethje. You want to fucking retire? Fucking retire. Go. Should have been Gaethje versus Dustin Poirier double retirement fight night anyway. No, I've talked about MMA every stream. No, you haven't. What a fucking joke. Yep, like legit MMA. Yep. Yair is at the LA riots with the other... Okay, Ferrell, Florida. Doug pronouncing Iowa is hilarious. How is Iowa meant to be pronounced? Iowa. Dougie a casual for not remembering Nazim fights straight off the top of his head. I know, Woeful. What a casual I am for not remembering Nazim Takamov fight straight off the top of my head. Dougie, if you read this out loud, you're gay. Okay, thank you, Ben. I think Yair title shot is literally racist. It is literally racist, Spectronometers. It is literally racist. I've been overly racist this stream. Got to change that. You do, Kenny. Being racist is dumb. I hate Caucasian fight. You hate the Caucus fighters? Why, Spectronometers? Why are you gay? You are gay. Change Mexico's name to North South America. Nazim has 2 comeback doctor stoppage wins where he was clearly the worst fighter and a draw where he got outskilled for 2 rounds but a lucky 10-8. Yeah, I'll chuck on Nazim's fights tomorrow, Toad, so we can break it down a little bit more. Tomorrow when I'm at work, I'll chuck on Nazim. So I was just watching old pay-per-views today. I was watching back UFC... What did I watch back today? I watched back UFC 211 today. 211 and 212. I watched back UFC 211 and 212 today at work. After I was done, I listened to the Guru cast, then I listened to Guru stream, and then I watched back UFC 211 and 212. In-cage commentary by the mighty Brian Stan. Should get to Canada too. Yeah, if I get a van in North America, I'll get around. Who will you support? I'll be supporting Brandon Royval. That's a lot of frogs. That's a lot of frogs. I will be supporting Brandon Royval, mate. You're just a frog, bro. It's not a mate. Yeah, I guess I'm just a frog. I don't get it. UFC is owned by Disney, TKO. They are DEI corporations. They want Mexican representation. And El Noche, they are brainwashing you to accept stuff like the riots, slowly but surely. Yes, Florida man. They're not owned by Disney, but they are distributed by Disney. But yeah, hand in hand for sure. You chat Ngannou on a motorbike. The like button is okay, Mr. C. Yes, too soon. That's what a frog would say. Doug, what's your bottom 5? Juliana Pena, Amanda Nunes, Colby Covington, Neil Magny, that fat guy at heavyweight who tried to jump up and down and broke his ankle. And Tai Tuivasa. There's some horrible fighters in the UFC. I could do a top 30 worst fighters in the UFC tier list. You're just 200 frogs in a skin suit? It's what, like Men in Black 1? Dougie, what is its size in centimeters? There honestly isn't enough tape to measure it all. Shit, I'm late. You're alright, Skynet. How are you, dude? Dougie, check Discord and bring up the message. I got a lot to get through here, Super Shotgun. Hang on a second. I've talked about MMA every single stream. You do talk about MMA every single stream, but you sprinkle in a little bit too much of the gay. Alright, where am I at? I'm checking the Discord. Yair Rodriguez. Alright, Patera responded to Diego Lopez. There, I saw Diego Lopez's ass is saying that I don't want to fight him. Now, this is Yair Rodriguez responding to Diego Lopez, where Diego Lopez said that Yair Rodriguez was ducking him. Okay, he says, I don't want to fight him, and that's not the case at all. I'm actually a little disappointed in the UFC because they offered me a fight recently. When I had the chance to fight Diego, I said no because I was losing. Now that he's losing, he wants to fight me. That is what I don't do as... If they ask me, prefer to fight with him on the street. Because for me, a fight with him inside the company does nothing. I'm not going to be getting paid anymore. Doesn't put me in a better position either because it comes from me losing. And the truth is I'm still injured. So, yeah, Diego Lopez is saying that he only wants to fight... Sorry, Yair Rodriguez is saying that he only wants to fight Diego Lopez in the streets. And fighting someone who just fought for a title does nothing for his career. Even though, Yair, in your last 3 fights, you haven't got a win over anyone ranked in the UFC. Fucking hell. Oh, God. Ben has successfully narrowed down the location. Now I have more info to feed Sniff. There you go, Joe Hogan. You kissed Big Ron Rothwell and it turned you into a frog. Fair enough. New chain. Oh, yeah, new chain. Yeah, no, well, old chain. I just put it on. I've never seen a bigger entitled diva rank squatter than Yair Rodriguez. It's insane. Yeah, dude, just strip him. Just strip it. Just fuck him. Fucking strip him. Gaethje is a bigger loser than Yair. No, Yair's worse. At least Gaethje was the number 1 contender until he got knocked out by Max Holloway. Yair hasn't been the number 1 contender in years, man. Years and years and years. Who do you guys got for Khalil versus Hill? It's time for a poll. Yeah, let's run a poll. Let's do an MMA poll. Who do you guys have? I have got Jamal Hill. You guys aren't called VAT. You're called chat. Who you got, chat? What the fuck? Why can't I type today? I can never type. Who you guys got? Let me know. Alright, let me read some chats, boys. Let me read some chats. Let me read some chats. Dougie, no, a read, go for a Joe. Gaethje has spent his entire UFC career ducking anyone that can grapple apart from tighter fights. He probably got offered Armin and Paddy and rage quit. One of the biggest frauds in the sport's history. No, I don't think Gaethje is a fraud. Yes, I think he was probably offered Paddy and he probably raged out. Yeah, I agree with the first half of that, Toad, but no, Justin Gaethje is not a fraud. No, not me. The UFC hates those caucus fighters. I don't think they do. They have a deal signed with Abu Dhabi and Saudi Arabia. I think they like them a lot. Islam Makhachev got more views on his UFC embedded than Sean O'Malley. I think they like them a lot. I'm about to fucking explode. Don't do it, B Fatty. Also, how much of a shot do you lads think Paul Craig is pulling off a flukish upset? Well, it's Paul Craig, so 5%. How many Joey? Yes, Timmy, yes. I used to live in northern Florida, moved to... Okay, cool. Dougie, thoughts on watching Merab's career? No. Stan is an MMA genius, a tactical mastermind. Unbelievable, Brian Stan. The All-American Brian Stan. Not telling Sniff, cool. Fought 6 times in 6 years, went 3-3. Just cut 2-fight losing streak and demanding another title shot. He's a fucking disgrace. I agree. Yair Rodriguez is a fucking disgrace. Distributed, aka they can enforce their politics into companies in turn for distribution rights. No, I agree, Florida man. No, I agree. I was just, in case other people are like semi-casuals listening to it, I was just clearing it up, dude. But yeah, I agree. I agree, dude. You are right. Like, they used to have pride letters on the shorts until very recently. Frog needs to be Brigadier to remember Nazim. What? Why are you getting on my back about not remembering every single Nazim Sadikov fight? Who the fuck, apart from Shotgun, who the fuck remembers every Nazim Sadikov fight? Don't fucking start with me, chat. Alright? Don't start with me, okay? Because yesterday, I was hardcoring I was fucking hardcoring circles around you cunts when it came to fucking Mario Batista, when it came to the fucking meta of kickboxing dying. Don't even start with me, chat, alright? Don't even fucking start. Can you do an impression of Dougie? G'day, cunts. How you going? Zesty Drinkers giving off Rigo vibes. Always. Dougie, you missed the bonkers Kenny versus Sniff beef earlier on No Chill stream. Who won? Bro, I'm not joking. Google it. There is a thing called frog idioms. Read it up. They'll tell you you're not a frog. Okay, thank you, Tim. I appreciate it, dude. Impression of Ben 5'9" getting home invaded by Sniff, and Sniff shows no mercy when he realizes his long-lost son Dougie's corner. No. I wish I could understand what you're saying because of my English level, though. Although I'm interested in the UFC, and I can only understand if you... Well, Kung Cute Kiao, I'm sorry, dude. It's very hard to understand the Australian accent, especially when it's speaking very quickly. If you're interested in the UFC, feel like watching some of my videos. They're a little bit slower paced, and you can always go back and listen to the streams on a slower speed. So I leave the streams up publicly. You can set the speed to like 7.5, and it might make it a little bit easier to understand because I don't speed run through the questions so much. Give Yair Lerone Murphy at the Apex. Bum lost to fucking Ortega. That's exactly the level Yair should be at, Toad. I completely agree with you. Yes. That's exactly where it should be at. Then try the answer. Sniff. We love Sniff on this chat. We love Sniff. Hopefully you don't like CP, and I'm not talking about cut. No, true. Answering polls is for NPCs. No, Florida man. Strip him and fuck him. Christian Grey. You know what's up. Give Gaethje a break. He's quite literally retarded. Also true. Gaethje is retarded. Gaethje earned bigger loser status when he called the fight with Max an exhibition. That wasn't Gaethje. That was Ali Abdullah Bloody El Toro, mate. Jamal Hill should drop to 185. He's the guy and he has flab to lose. I agree. Like I said, Jamal Hill was about a ranked 7th 205er, and I think I've been proved right. Like he got given a title shot, luckily, and he is about 7th. Yeah. You always pick Hill. I know, and I always shit on Hill, but I still always pick him. As far as visiting the US goes, Dougie, red states are usually nice for the most part. You got some outliers on both sides. Well, Joe Hogan, I've been to blue states. Like, I've been to Boston. I've been to New York. I've been to Philadelphia. Now, Philadelphia is an absolute shithole that deserves to be set on fire and just completely reset. However, Boston is one of my favorite cities in the world. And I've been to Rome. I've been to New Guinea. I've been to India. Malaysia, I've been to London, I've been to Serbia, like, I've been to Thailand. New York is as blue as it gets, and it's one of the fucking best cities in the world. Best cities in the world. So I just want to get a little van with a solar panel on top and a Starlink and just cruise around America and just watch fights, meet you guys, and do the live stream from the back of the van, and then go back to my compound in Thailand. That's the goal of this YouTube channel. I think Jamal gets it done. Yes, Nacho, we're on the same side for once. I worked so hard for this. Sounds like you got to clear your mind, Troop. Stop acting so zesty and you won't be compared to Riga. Okay. If Gaethje was given grapplers, he'd be never in the top 5, and that's a fact. Now that we're in the modern age where almost every single person can grapple, Justin knows the only way to get a title shot is to whine. I don't agree with that, Toad. I don't agree with that at all, dude. I think he did a favor to the UFC for UFC 300. He got slept, and he's just trying to get back into the title picture as quickly as he can. I don't agree with the whole Justin Gaethje can't grapple. Justin Gaethje can absolutely grapple. Maybe not as good as a Dagestani, but I think Gaethje can grapple. Casuals pick Khalil over Hill. Exactly, Woeful. You're the one bringing up Rigo. Yep. You give off aura. All right. I wasn't on the stream yesterday, so it makes sense. There you go, Super Shotgun. Perez for Ben Askren. I agree, Perez for Ben Askren. Everybody on Kopylov over Costa and money over Benny. Everybody's got Kopylov over Costa. Yes, they should. Paulo Costa hasn't won a ranked fight since 2019. And money Moicano over Benil Dariush. Yes, Larry, I would agree. Yep. Who won? You know, Sniff doesn't know how to lose. True, Sniff is hardcore. Sniff scares me. Yeah, Sniff's hardcore. Sniff's hardcore. Dougie, you're going to have to read faster. I know, Cheddarhead. I'll try to banter with him, but I really think he's bantering. Sorry, Zesty Drickus. Fuck falling asleep, Sniff, most of the time. Yep. He's usually just trying to scare Kenny. Cool. Yep, cool. Who wants to roll dice in a parking lot before UFC Atlanta starts? I'd be down for that, Feral Florida man, but unfortunately I'll still be in Australia. If you Google frog idioms, I don't think you'll come back and deny being a frog to the chat. Oh, right. Okay. Be a frog and be proud. Okay, I will Google frog idioms while I'm off the stream. I'm reading chats right now, Tim, but I'll do that when I finish the stream. You got outliers on both sides? Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, New York is definitely an outlier. Yeah, for sure. Hey, fellas. What's up, Daniel? How are you, dude? Philly is the heroin zombies. Yes, I saw it firsthand. Dougie was in Thailand with the Ladyboys. I mean, they're everywhere in Thailand. Khalil's a bum. 9-7 in the UFC and should be 8-8 because he robbed his only good win against Justin Jacoby. Yes, Khalil is a bum. He put an exciting fight with Alex Pereira, and I think the way that fans hated Batista for his last fight, fans are going to overhype Khalil for his last fight, and Jamal Hill is going to lock back in. Hot states have screaming runner meth heads. Okay. Come chill in North Dakota for one free night. You're going to want to go to South Dakota right after. Okay, no problem. Who was the noticer that gave chat the frog revelation? I don't know who started the frog thing. Justin just wants the love that Dustin gets. Justin does get the love that Dustin gets. But even Dustin had to fight BSD. Like, Dustin had to fight BSD and Gaethje before he got his second title. Like, Justin, you've just got to fight Paddy. You've got to fight Paddy. And Paddy's an easier fight for you than Armin. Not that Paddy's an easy fight, but Paddy's an easier fight for you than Armin. We'll have Hill versus Roundtree in Azerbaijan. Let's get Michael versus Covington in... Thank you, Mr. C. What the fuck are you high on Benny is going to say? What the fuck you high on Benny is going to strangle Moicano? Are you high Benny is going to strangle Moicano? I don't think so, Cheddarhead. I don't think so at all. I think Moicano is going to be able to scramble out of it and get on top and rain down ground and pound. Justin is just not 10 level lightweight, probably not even top 15. Well, Toad, I think if you took the entire lightweight division, you would actually have a very different top 15 than what the UFC has. Because the UFC purposefully keep Justin, Dustin, Chandler, Benny in the top 15 to fight each other constantly. So I can agree with that, Toad. I think the true UFC lightweight top 15 is completely different to how the UFC have it. Completely different, mate. Completely different. I'll beat you right now, Dougie. No, you won't, Cheddarhead. Come on, mate. Relax, mate. Mate, Cheddarhead, just fucking tighten it up, mate. Relax. Thoughts on Joshua Van versus Brandon Royval? It's a huge bloody fight, mate. I like it for Joshua Van's career, but I think he's going to lose. But I think he's going to lose and learn a lot. Did you guys like Hermanson was a plus 70 dog against Robocop? I didn't know that. Hermanson is a plus 70 dog against Robocop. That's not bad. That's not bad. Did you not see what Khalil did to Anthony Lionheart Smith? The way that Anthony Smith was able to curl into a ball in that fight. Philly should be cut out of Pennsylvania. It's a decent state, but Philly is just a junkie shit state. Yeah, no, Philadelphia is one of the worst cities I've ever visited, and I've been to India. I've stepped over homeless people sleeping in the streets in India. Like, I've walked around Indian streets. Philadelphia is one of the worst cities I've ever been to. Great cheesesteaks. Awesome fans at a baseball game. Lovely building where the Rocky statue is. Inside of the center of Philadelphia is a hellhole. Bautista got a bad rap from one Aldo fight. The other fight was good. Yeah, his other fights are really good. Yeah. All right, where are we at? We're at an hour. We're going to get out of here. Cayman has got the last one. Zesty Drinkers has got the last one. Dougie wants to be an American so bad. That's the last one. Zesty Drinkers has got the last one. Where am I at? Dustin doesn't bitch and moan about fighting contenders except for his fight because it's his last. Yeah, true. But, I mean, Gaethje's only just started now. And, again, Gaethje did a favor to the UFC for UFC 300. Are you actually picking him? You just think it's close enough that he's good value at that price? I think it's close enough that he's good value at that price. Actually picking him, I still love RoboCop in my heart. I need one more loss for RoboCop. I need one more loss for RoboCop for me to truly walk away from RoboCop. Yeah, I can't run up the clock tonight, Woeful. Sorry, mate. I got a busy week ahead of me, so I got paperwork to do. But I can't run up the clock. Sorry, mate. Are you actually just picking? I just did that. If Batista has to resort to that for a washed Aldo, he's definitely going to do that in any title or contention show. Oh yeah, but Batista's going to win. You know what I mean? Like, Batista's going to do whatever he has to do to win. And if you're a gambler, you love that. Because you know Batista's going to use fight IQ. And how rare is that, Florida man? If Islam has two or three more fights and then gets Paddy could be ready by then. And Islam could be tired. Good MMA comment, Zesty Drickus. I don't think Paddy Pimlet could ever beat Islam Makhachev. I just don't think so. Thoughts on MVP versus Jared Cannonier? What a random match. I like it. Very random. Very high up the ranking. Oh, no, Jared's still not high up the rankings, is it? I like it. I'd go Jared Cannonier. Justin's BJJ defense is so horribly non-existent. I saw him wrestling the Nelk Boy security guard and he got Kimura. No way. Joe Hogan, can you post that in the Discord? The reasons Khalil got hyped up is because Khalil killed Anthony Smith and has a body that Dougie could only wish for. Oh, see, are you kidding me? Have you seen me standing up, mate? Fucking jacked. KOing Anthony Smith does not mean you have power. True. UFC industry plans. True. The thing is, when guys try to crouch lower, it's awkward for them if not efficient for their body type. O'Malley tried to crouch in the first a bit more moments. And so did... Oh, fucking hell. It's not efficient for their body type. O'Malley tried to crouch in the fight a bit more in many moments. And so did Sandman against Umar. Yeah, if you're a long-rangey dude, you kind of have to resort to long-rangey kickboxing. Yeah, it does suck. But that means you have to be able to pressure. Given you're from Australia, do you have to kill spiders in your house with a fucking battering ram? I do, Justin. 2 cans of bug spray around the desk at all times. At all fucking times. Because you just never know, mate. You'd never bloody know. Benil is going to strangle and victimize Moicano. I don't think so, Woeful. But they can still go low enough and then the shorter guys have shorter blitz in. Yep. Hey, Dougie, you're our favorite scammer. Michael Chiesa is fighting this weekend. How does Michael Chiesa still have a fucking job? And if they stand tall, they also get bullied. It's a dilemma. Yeah, it used to be the long-rangey kickboxers were the ones, but I don't know now. Dougie wants to be American so bad. No, I don't. I'll bet you, not beat you, Dougie. With my 100, would you eat a jar of Vegemite with a spoon? Oh, would I eat a jar of Vegemite with a spoon? Yes, 100%. I love Vegemite. I fucking love Vegemite. I could eat a jar of Vegemite with a spoon easily. All right. Thoughts on Dana missing the press rise? You have to take Kevin Stray, have Black. No, I gotta go, guys. I'm sorry. Can't run up the clock. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I got a busy week. I have to do shit. Sorry. I got work and quotes and shit to do. I'm sorry. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Video tomorrow on Francis Ngannou, John Jones, Dana White, and Francis Ngannou being able to come back to the UFC. I do believe there is a path for how that can happen. So that's going to be tomorrow's video. So I'm going to get out of here, guys. You have yourselves a great night. Enjoy your day tomorrow. Have a good night in America, a good night in Canada. Christian Grey, a good day in England, a good arvo in Australia, boys. A good afternoon in India as well. Shout out to Woeful. Shout out to Christian Grey. Shout out to Nacho. Shout out to Cheddarhead. Shout out to Zesty Drickus. Shout out to Kenny. Shout out to Timmy Boy. Shout out to all the fucking regulars. Shout out to Eric, the therapist. Shout out to Super Shotgun. Shout out to Larry. Shout out to Toad. Shout out to all the boys. Appreciate all of you guys for supporting the channel. You guys are fucking legends. And I'll see you. Shout out to fucking Warnie, mate. On your Bilal's good eye. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video and in tomorrow's stream. Thanks, guys.